Alrighty, hello and welcome to this very special spin on Stampede Dinos. We're calling it Deafening Dino. Cloaked Phantom graciously donated towards this twist on him. It hasn't changed a whole lot, a few things here and there, but Deafening Clarion. Oh, fantastic stuff. 3 damage to each creature and or lifelink. I like that as a way to stabilize quite nicely. But it also had Deafening Silence, stopping opponents from casting more than one non-creature spell in a single turn. You know, that's kind of nice. They still get to do something. We don't have to worry about maybe 2 pieces of removal. Yeah, but I think Myrel, Shield of Argive, could be better for that kind of thing. During our turn, our opponents basically can't do anything. Pretty much the only thing they can do is activate lands. So if I have all the stuff I need, don't have to worry about a Settle the Wreckage, Wandering Emperor, Blood Tithe Harvester, sacrificing itself to take out who knows what. Maybe they would have taken out Regisaur Alpha, being 4 toughness. If they have 2 blood tokens, that's -4/-4. Not today. So I still get to have everybody hasty with my favorite way to play dinosaurs. Perhaps it is the best. We'll see. Time will tell. But time has told a pretty fantastic and devastating story with Ghalta here, putting any number of creatures on the battlefield, and oftentimes that is hasty with Regisaur or Palani, but sometimes the opponent takes them out. So I must admit, it's going to be nice with Myrel here if she's part of Ghalta, part of the batch of creatures that enter. Boom. If that happens, well, the opponent dies. Straight up. Don't have to worry about it. But also having a sweeper into the mixture, giving us a pretty good chance to, well, save ourselves in game 1, because aggro, sometimes it can be painful. But it's not painful to bring this in, because I don't have a lot of those early creatures that I was using before. It's a stable way to get there. With Sunken Citadel, usually we name 2 green for Castle Garenbrig's ability there. 6 mana, 6 green, that packs a punch. Oftentimes getting Carnage Tyrant down, 4 lands, possibly 3 lands to make 6 green. If I have 2 Sunken Citadels, that's somewhat common. 2 other lands as well, 5 in total. We could be making 8 for Ghalta pretty easily. We'll see how often we get there. Topiary Stomper, I must say, has been nice to have the whole playset. I did trim it down to just a single copy because I didn't want to trim them completely. But I still get the boatloads of mana even without seeing Topiary Stomper in quite a few games. So I think it still should be good. Commune certainly is going to be focusing on grabbing lands, I would imagine, more often than anything, especially with only having that one Topiary. I can see it being quite important. But the splash for white, how is that going to work? Sunken Citadel. The first one that enters, if I think I desperately need it, I just choose white. There we go. I got my source of white for Deafening. Plaza of Heroes, well, it could be a source of white for Myrel or source of green for Ghalta. Either Ghalta. So that's going to be pretty good. Cavern of Souls. I could choose human or soldier to get my source of white for her, and she couldn't be countered, so she'd land, and then they really wouldn't be able to do anything. I love it. I love it. I think that should be okay. I had put a single plains in here just to see, but that was before I trimmed the Topiary Stompers down. Either I would see the single plains, or I would see one of 4 Topiary to be able to grab it. It makes pretty good sense. I've often done that before. If I have Topiary Stomper or Thunderherd Migration, just to grab that one plains, or that one island, or that one swamp for whatever I'm splashing for. And this feels like a pretty fantastic splash. Stopping the opponents from doing stuff, stopping the opponents from basically having any creatures, that's for sure. And then still getting to do the absolutely devastating thing that I have. But also with a sweeper dealing damage, that is. Ripjaw Raptor seems like an absolutely fantastic option, and I do love to see it because I haven't been using it for quite some time. Nice to get the OG back in action. The sideboard, though, a little bit more whites. Do I need this with Myrel? Possibly. If we're facing off against some sort of control deck, well, we don't exactly need to exile all graveyards. But the players can't cast non-creature spells this turn. That is what I'm looking for. At the beginning of an opponent's turn, we cast this, boom, they can't do anything. It's kind of like, in some cases, we would just get an extra turn for 1 and a white. If all their spells are non-creatures, there you go. They might have a sweeper, a supreme verdict. Supremely not happening now. They're supremely dead if that's the case. Or I just use it at the beginning of my turn to stop opponents from, well, doing a whole lot of anything. Certainly Izzet Phoenix, this would be about one of the most devastating things. Exile the graveyards. Oh, fantastic. Get those Phoenixes out of there at the start of their turn. If they were going to get Phoenixes out eventually, maybe they have a few in there. Well, they don't. And then they can't refill it because, well, they have to take their entire turn off. So it hits them extra hard. Or Grease Fang. Boom. Grease Fang can't fill the graveyard, and then we exile the graveyard with all those vehicles, potentially. Lots of lovely uses. And, the 1 white should be easy enough if we desperately need it for something that could go off. Something crazy. Scary. Sunken Citadel. We'll choose white. Should be good. Giant Cindermaw still in there for Amalia, Explore combo, anything life gain related. Celestia Angels, potentially Fry. Trying this out. A little bit different. I don't like Chrome Host Seed Shark. That got me last night quite painfully, but hit a white Planeswalker, a blue one to Fairy, Wandering Emperor, Thing in the Ice, Ledger Shredder, Crackling Drake. You name it. That's going to do the trick. Also, Grease Fang as well. Possibly, but I'd probably bring in Calamity's Wake instead if that was the case. Switch that out with Myrel. Boom. There you go. Kind of similar things. This, if we're facing something with graveyards, but normally starting out with this to hurt, well, just about everybody. Man, that's going to be good. Tranquil Frillback as well. Well, because it does so much. A catch-all. Kind of like this is stopping everybody. Oh, I love it. I've tried it, I think, once before. They all kind of blend together. The hundreds and hundreds of streams and videos. But either way, it's going to be good. Protect the game plan that is so devastating. Sometimes interrupted. Not anymore with this. All right. Look forward to a stream featuring this exact list. It is in the description. As always, see you next time. Peace.